NWA Mountain State Wrestling action right back here on Fox West Virginia, the pride of Sunday mornings.
Last week, we saw the challenge for the bull rope match.
And that challenge was accepted. You got the War Machine taking on Big Willie Blackhart.
We've seen everything. And last night,
we must mention the cage match from Princeton, West Virginia. Bloody, bloody. We're going to get a report on the status of Dr. Roger Ham coming up.
What's going to happen with this match? We have the bull rope match. We have a 4-man elimination with the teams of Johnny Blast and El Diablo versus the Modern Wrestling Marvels coming up tonight, too.
The hottest wrestling action on television right here on Fox West Virginia. It's NWA Mountain State Wrestling action. Our first match coming up right after this. Introducing first from Covington, Virginia, ladies and gentlemen, Heartbreaker, Steve Ramsey. His opponent hails from Abilene, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, Devin Davis. David Lynch, your referee. Okay, so you got David Lynch doing the preliminaries here. And the bell gets rung by official timekeeper Gregory Rue this evening here in Hinton, West Virginia.
Yeah, back in this place. I'm still in shock and awe about last night, man.
I can't believe what I saw.
Or Dr. Ham can patch himself up because that was a horrific eye injury.
Well, I don't think physician, heal thyself is the right thing to say. I think physician, go get yourself some help.
They've had him chained like a dog and caged like a dog. I guess now he's blind as a bat.
Blind as a one-eyed dog. We shouldn't make jokes at the good doctor's expense.
Nah.
For many months now, NWA Mountain State television champion.
But just last week on this program, we've seen him take on a hard fight before Chris King and pin him.
Absolutely. Steve Ramsey going with a side headlock, and now Devin Davis sweeping the leg and giving one on his own.
Nice side headlock, grounded. See where it goes from here.
I can tell you where it's going from here. We've got Total Eclipse in the next match, taking on fan favorite from Hotlanta, Georgia, Billy Litt.
It also looks that we do have that challenge from last week. There's a bull rope match between Big Willie Blackhart of the Bunkhouse Boys taking on the man from the underground in the War Machine.
The War Machine actually came out to the broadcast position and had enough.
Yeah, you got to remind me about that. I'm having heart attacks, the blonde streak in my hair.
Damn, I swear, man.
Why don't you get yourself a drink of water and sit down here while I talk about the War Machine running you out of the broadcast position. But the bottom line is he went to the ring and issued a challenge.
Yeah,
and Big Willie Blackhart accepted.
Interfered.
Shawn O'Sullivan had to... That was last week. This is the new week. Steve Ramsey gouging the eyes.
It's like old news.
And smiling. He's enjoying himself up in the ring. Sending Devin Davis across. Lands a bulldog.
It also looks after last week we had that jumping from Johnny Blast Diablo Jr. Tonight we're having an elimination tag match between Johnny Blast and El Diablo versus the Modern Wrestling Midgets.
It's an elimination match, regardless of what you call the Modern Wrestling Marbles. So, as you get pinned, it turns into a two-on-one singles match.
Kincaid taking on Shawn O'Sullivan.
That's going to be a hard-fought matchup.
Hard fought.
Jason Kincaid actually teamed with Steve Ramsey last week on our broadcast.
Yes, I remember that. Losing effort to the Modern Wrestling Marbles.
Marbles, absolutely. And Steve Ramsey powers Devin Davis down to the mat.
Let's see what goes.
Devin Davis moving out of the way.
He goes for all the time.
Devin Davis saw it coming.
Here.
He's been watching some tapes of the Heartbreaker. Forearm shiver to the side of the head. Devin Davis going back for another one.
No, actually, and I do remember a match between these two some time ago in Williamsburg, West Virginia. I'm not mistaken, Devin Davis was on the winning end of that one too.
Big elbow, flying elbow by Devin Davis. He might have Ramsey's number if he's beat him before.
Them forearm shots deep right into the bottom of the chin. You could break a jaw like that, Bill.
I thought I saw a tooth flying. All right.
He has teeth.
Well, he may or may not, but he had enough brains to see that one coming.
Oh yeah.
Devin Davis meets the shoe leather.
Mad Dog David Lynch getting on to him about the hair and working the ropes and see where they go from here.
It's good to have David Lynch as part of our refereeing team here at NWA Mountain State Wrestling.
He's twice as mean as he is ugly, I can tell you that.
Now that was ugly.
One great official.
He's smiling. He's been smiling the whole match.
Finish him off.
That's why I smile.
Finish him off.
In case you didn't hear that, he said he broke his heart. That's why I'm smiling. The ref can count to 3.
Yes, he can.
He's proud of himself this evening.
Grinning from ear to ear and eyebrow to eyebrow, it seems like.
A thinking man's wrestler today. Devin Davis shooting back.
Him coming out here talking to us, plotting something, he's getting his own heart broken. Davis firing back with them hard shots.
Big chop courtesy of Devin Davis on the
Bring
Heartbreaker.
him on fire. Oh.
Heartbreaker firing back. Oh!
Oh, underhanded. We haven't seen that in a long time. Big gloves to the back.
Steve Ramsey has really been impressive in this match.
Lynch is giving him the count for using them ropes.
This might be the hardest test that Devin Davis has had here for a while.
I have a feeling Ramsey learned a lot about using them ropes from his tag team partner last week in the Pride of the Plateau and Jason the Gift Kincaid.
Jason the Gift Kincaid.
Watch
so
this.
unorthodox.
Watch this. Oh. Alley-oop out of the corner.
Right down to a violent crash.
You know what? Davis is getting might be on one side of the ring, but I think his lunch is in the crowd in the other side.
Could be. With low blow now from Steve Ramsey in a cover.
Oh, 2 count only. I don't know whether he's trying or he's toying with him, but I think he's going to get the win. I have a feeling. It's not a good feeling, it's not a bad feeling. It's
Just a feeling. Of course, that could be last week's chicken with grief at the local Chinese buffet.
I really enjoy you picking up that bill after I left.
Thank you. My credit rating needed that. Big reversal. And we got a backslide by Devin Davis on the Heartbreaker. 1, 2. This is it. It's over.
Didn't see that one coming.
Here is your winner by
NWA Mountain State Wrestling fans, Devin Davis here, your 2007 Blue Collar Champion. Tell you what, brother, I survived 3 rounds, survived El Diablo, survived Johnny Blast, I survived Roger Ham, came out on top. So I tell you what, I want to put the locker room.
From the dark side and accompanied by his manager, Big Papi. He is known as Total Eclipse.
That's the only man that can walk up the sun.
His opponent hails from Atlanta, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Billy Litt. David Litt, your referee for this one-fall matchup.
Bouncing around the ring like a little jackrabbit. Now, Total Eclipse, I do know him personally. I had the unfortunate mishap of facing him in Bud, West Virginia, and tell you what, when lights out is lights out, it also requires a week in the hospital. Oh boy, he made my liver quiver and my kidneys shake. And we'll see what he can do inside the ring when he's not against someone like me.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Check out what he can do inside the ring, but you better watch what his manager, Big Papi, can do. Big Papi is not afraid. Big Papi's not afraid to get involved in a matchup. Reminds me of somebody else, Mr. Dykes, who's not afraid to get involved.
I was never afraid. No fear. You can't have fear in this business, Biff. Remember that. And that'll be $40 for that piece of advice from me.
We'll say today I just don't mention you running from the War Machine and we call it evening.
Hey, I didn't run. I busted off the seat. I even gave you that cowboy hat, and I still do silently.
Total Eclipse giving Billy Litt a shoulder drop. Billy Litt never learns. Bless his heart. He's going for it again.
Oh, maybe I should have counseled Litt on this match and showed him something. This right here never works.
Litt ducks 2 clotheslines. He's trying to wrap the big guy up and land fists.
This is like David versus Goliath. Oh,
big sidewalk
slam. Biff, have you ever seen anything like that?
That was a big ring-shaking sidewalk slam. Litt making his name in the singles ranks. Getting used to having to run that adrenaline.
There's the referee utilizing that 5 count.
Billy Litt makes his living. There's Big Papi.
We've seen this before.
Choking him down. He doesn't even care that Commissioner Larry Light could watch that tape.
Oh, Larry Light this and Larry Light that. Larry Light with a wiffle ball bat. Larry Light had his problems with me, and look who's sitting at this table. Not Larry Light.
You've got better mic skills. He has better hair. Call it even. Ah, big splash.
Ooh.
Billy Litt lives his life. 110 volts, 24/7, 220.
You want me to untie your tongue there for you, Bill?
Man, something needs to happen.
I don't know what's going on, but I know what it is going on. It looks like it's almost time for lights out.
I'm telling you what, Billy Lynn in dire straits.
Here
We're
it
not
goes.
used to seeing him like this.
Here he goes. Oh, hard shot.
And here's the cover from Total Eclipse.
What
And
is the
that
noise?
was
Why?
that was cocky.
You have him covered. Big Poppy needs to beat that board over Eclipse's head and tell him, when the man is down, you stay on top of him.
Yeah, it's time to
You
muzzle
know
the.
what? That man right there weighs as much as a Mack truck, and that man with the paint doesn't weigh as much as a quarter pounder.
I'm telling you what, man, it may be time to muzzle the ox that treads the corn. Teach Total Eclipse to do the job.
If my daddy, Big Daddy Dykes, would have seen that, he'd be rolling over in his grave 3 ways sideways.
Billy Lit reeling for air here.
Well, it looks like Eclipse has a plan here. I guess it's either squash the life or choke the life out of him. But there ain't gonna be no life left in Billy Lit unless he makes a comeback.
Total Eclipse has carried most of this matchup this evening. Billy Lit hasn't had too much of a chance to do his high flying.
Like we said, you've seen Billy in the past take on Chance Crawford. You've seen him take on the Mike. They're both high world-class athletes, and he went right to the edge with them.
Absolutely. I know you don't like the guy, but it's good to hear you give respect to Billy Lit.
I gotta give him some respect, cause I mean, anybody that dresses and looks like that and doesn't get much of anything from that. See what happens here. Oh, whip moves.
He was able to take his time moving, and now he just commences to beat on Total Eclipse.
What is Lit doing here? This ain't unlike him. Stick somebody in the corner for this amount of time.
This is what the man has to do. These other matches,
I tell you what, I don't think you're gonna see the patented Lit monkey flip out of this man, unless he's gonna.
drop kick between the shoulder blades and a schoolboy roll up if he can get it.
Oh! What is he doing? Oh!
Total Eclipse went to drop the lights. We got Big Poppy on the ring apron.
Let's see what he's doing.
We got Big Poppy on the ring apron. David Lynch's back is turned.
Let's turn around, Eclipse.
Billy Lit working him over. Gets a thumb to the eyes for his trouble.
Got him back, trying to choke the life out of him again.
Just backed him straight across the ring with a blatant choke.
Oh, look over there. Big Poppy's got that equalizer.
And now Total Eclipse has the equalizer.
Let's see what's gonna happen.
We've got a fan in trying to get in the ring. Big Poppy ate it. We got Billy Lit going to the top. High risk. High risk. Crossbody block by the high flyer and a pin. 2, 3.
The ring just moved.
As David Lynch is checking out the Irish Iron Man and calling for the bell. Action set to get underway here. We've already seen great action here this week on NWA Mountain State Wrestling. And once again, of course, just an update. We will have more news as it comes on the eye injury to Dr. Roger Ham and suffered in the cage match in Pineville, West Virginia last night. More information as it becomes available, guys. That match is not for television, ladies and gentlemen, so if you were not there, you missed it. Jason Kincaid re-entering the ring after being sent out by Shawn O'Sullivan, displaying huge amounts of strength. And a veteran cutoff, bringing the knee to the breadbasket. And there's Sullivan. Nice proactive offense and defense, and a gorilla press on the gift, Jason Kincaid. This man, we have seen this man do some great things. And clothesline over the top rope. Kincaid to the floor in front of the ladies in the front row. And Shawn O'Sullivan coming out after him to push the advantage, ramming his head into the mat, and sends him back into the ring like yesterday's trash. I made the comment that Jason Kincaid was going to be doing the testing on Shawn O'Sullivan. I may have to eat my words as Shawn applies a sidewalk slam. The fans are eating this up here in Hinton. Cover, 2. Kick out by the Jason Kincaid. Shawn O'Sullivan kind of questioning the count. Maybe should have been pushing his offense because he gets fingernails in the eyes courtesy of Jason Kincaid. And a big kick to the side of the head. He's just stunned. Kincaid laying in kicks. Lefts and rights. Kincaid is one tough individual. He has such an unorthodox offense. And it's hard for you to make a defense around his style because his style is constantly evolving even in the match. Springboard kick to the top of Shawn O'Sullivan's head. Kincaid now going for his own cover. 2. Shawn O'Sullivan is too strong of a man to be covered by that type of a pin for more than a 1 count or a 2 count. He should have known better. Referee David Lynch in fine position to check and see if a choke is being applied. I'm sure it's a clean chin lock. And again, I can't give props enough to Cucumber and Company for producing our show every week. If you need video pre or post production, if you need some audio engineering, and if you can't afford my own personal recording studio, then check with them. www.cucumberandcompany.com is their website. Look at Shawn O'Sullivan displaying that strength, going from being on his base to his feet and sending Kincaid into the corner. O'Sullivan trying to shake off the cobwebs. Right hands to the side of the jaw, sends Kincaid in. Kincaid reverses. A big Itziguri staggers O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan still trying to stay on his base, and Kincaid kicks him down. Blatant choke now. No regard. And Kincaid, just the athleticism. He just sprung himself right over. And right back in. Excuse me. Having to carry the workload in the fall allergy season. Kincaid almost with the cover there. And again, an unorthodox cover. You never know where this guy's coming from. And O'Sullivan has really been displaying great aggression, great offense. Kincaid sends him in. Spinning heel kick off the ropes. Looked like it went to the right temple of O'Sullivan. And a Kevin Sullivan Taskmaster stomp. Here's your cover. 1, 2. 2 count. David Lynch a little bit out of position. That might have made the difference between a win and a loss for Jason Kincaid. Kincaid setting up now. A figure 4 chin lock type move being applied. This man pulls things out of the hat that I've never seen before. He is a very schooled technician. Shawn O'Sullivan still a bit green in his tenure as a superstar here at NWA Mountain State. A very physical brute. Great reversal. Finally sweeping that one standing leg out, and standing drop kick applied in return by Jason Kincaid. Never count out Shawn O'Sullivan. his strength, his resolve. One of the strongest guys in the locker room. And there you see Kincaid choking him out with the help of the ropes. Kincaid brings him around and introduces him to the top turnbuckle leather. Action going on in the corner of the ring, right here in your living room. From NWA Mountain State, European uppercut staggers and sets him down, and O'Sullivan right back up. Another big kick to the side of the head, and O'Sullivan firing right back. Desperation effort, apparently. Incredible comeback by Shawn O'Sullivan. Irish whip sends the gift off, sets him up. Backbreaker applied by Shawn O'Sullivan and a cover. Shawn, you should have hooked the leg. You could have had it right there. You had him shocked and winded. Kincaid in the corner now. Shawn O'Sullivan sends him off. And a big splash by the Irish Iron Man from Dublin, Ohio. Another send off to the corner. Sets him up. Kincaid moves and sends O'Sullivan in. Big elbow. Protecting himself. Shawn O'Sullivan now sending Jason Kincaid up. Kincaid actually setting up for his finishing move there, it looked like. Oh, big kick to the jawline. Here's Kincaid to the top rope, spry and nimble. And O'Sullivan catches him in midair. Sends him off for a back body drop. Kincaid sets. Post kick to the gut. This could be it if Kincaid hits it. And Kincaid has hit his finishing move. Here's cover. 2. This is it. That's the match.
Here is your winner by pinfall, the Gift, Kincaid.
And David Lynch is going to have his hands full with this matchup. I'm telling you that right now. Checking all the participants for foreign objects and ringing the bell. This is it, elimination tag team matchup action. This can only be NWA Mountain State Wrestling. You've got Diablo Jr. facing off against the God of all rednecks, Michael Cook, starting off the action. These guys have blown the roof off of buildings in Hinton, Princeton, Bud. These guys have had many, many matches. Michael Cook starting to work over that left arm of Diablo from 4 or 5 different angles. David Lynch right there making sure that the right shoulder of Diablo, right there. It can easily be a pinfall. You never know. If you let your guard down for 1 second, Diablo, you could be the first man back to the locker room. And it would be Johnny Blast taking on Ricky Shane and Michael Cook all by his lonesome. Fans would love that. Michael Cook wrenching it around. Quick tag to Raw Talent, the pride of the Triad. And he's going to pick up right where Michael Cook left off. Wrenching that wrist and that arm around. Your arm can only bend in so many ways, ladies and gentlemen. Not a clean break by the legendary Luchador. Diablo shoots Ricky Shane over to the corner. Shane wisely moving. Beautiful arm drag. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat right here in our own ring. Michael Cook shouting on words of encouragement. Diablo shouting out words of pain and disgust. These guys, the modern wrestling marvels, have really come into their own. Oh, Diablo going for an arm drag and Ricky Shane reversing it. If you'll remember, guys, just a few months ago, it was Ricky Shane teaming with Michael Cook, defeating the Bunkhouse Boys in Princeton, West Virginia, becoming the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team Champions before the Board of Directors of the National Wrestling Alliance overturned it on a technicality. Diablo back up to his feet. Diablo is one tough hombre. You don't have to like him. I don't like him personally. And now we've got Diablo doing what he does best, cheating like a dog. And speaking of cheating, there's Johnny Blast over there using the rope to his advantage with Ricky Shane crying out in anguish. No love lost between Diablo and me. I hate to say it, but I'm glad I'm not in the ring with either of these two guys. Diablo now working the left arm of Ricky Shane, returning the favor a little bit here in Hinton. Quick tag to Johnny Blast, and Blast mounts the second rope. He's going to come off. Double axe handle directly to the elbow. I'm telling you, Ricky Shane may need to go to the hospital, just like Chance Prophet last week with the broken tibia and dislocated fibula. We hate to see our national champion go down like that, ladies and gentlemen. And Chance, we wish you all the best. We know you're watching the broadcast. Reversal now by Ricky Shane. Shoots Johnny Blast off and a back elbow. Quick cover. 1, 2. Johnny Blast kicks out. And he's first to his feet. Raking the eyes on Raw Talent Ricky Shane and back to that left arm. Shades of the Andersons. We got a dump slam. And a big elbow applied by the man from Roswell. This irradiated madman is irrational. He's unstable, but he is dangerous in the ring. And whether you want to admit it or not, those who work with him, like Diablo Jr., rise to the top. Diablo giving a headbutt to the arm of Ricky Shane and now stomping it down. Ricky Shane firing back with his one good arm. That left arm's taking a lot of abuse. It's just hanging there. If you can immobilize that arm, if you can take a leg off a table, the table isn't going to be able to stand. And Diablo working it over, taking advantage of the full count. Johnny Blast has said before, most recently in Lawrenceville, West Virginia, that Diablo speaks no English. So he really has to watch the referee, and the referee has to be in his face and let him see the count. Ricky Shane's arm surely can't take much more. It's taking the abuse of both Johnny Blast and Diablo Jr. And now Diablo really wrenching up against it. The scapula is not supposed to go that far against the spinal column, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky Shane, you can see his face right there, courtesy of Cucumber and Company right here on your television. Shane firing back with his right hand. And Diablo not even going for the head. He's just punching into that arm again. Misses with the clothesline. Double clothesline. Both men got a piece of each other there. Ricky Shane desperately needs to tag Michael Cook into this match. This is the boiling point, ladies and gentlemen. If Ricky Shane can tag his fresh partner in and keep Diablo from tagging, Diablo gets the tag, and here comes Michael Cook. Cook with an uppercut, 2 uppercuts, a second one to Johnny Blast. Ricky Shane coming in to protect his partner. Diablo reversing the whip off. Big Itsuguri, courtesy of the god of all rednecks. He brings Diablo Jr. back up, sends him into the corner, close to the body. They're setting our opponents up. Big reversals. The modern wrestling marvels. Here's Diablo with the roll up and a pull of the tights. Unbelievable. Michael Cook has to go back to the back and wait to see if his partner can pull it off. It's a 2-on-1 now. Johnny Blast and Diablo Jr. all alone is Raw talent Ricky Shane. And that left arm still taking abuse. Ricky Shane has a beautiful snap suplex. It can take the wind out of you and win matches. But he can't use it if he can't use that left arm to stabilize. He can't execute submission moves without his left arm. And Johnny Blast just continuing to wrench on it and wrench on it. I'm telling you, if that thing were to come off in Johnny Blast's hands, he'd take it and beat Ricky Shane over the head with it. David Lynch checking for the submission. And Blast just absolutely merciless on that left arm. Ricky Shane crying out, slapping him in the head.
Come on, Ricky! Come on, Ricky, what do you say, Bones? Come on now.
You can hear it right there. Ricky Shane firing back with that arm. And the veteran immobilizing that effort with a knee to the face. Here's Diablo. Both men taking just shots before Blast has to leave the ring. Diablo Jr. definitely the smallest man to participate in this match. But so far, he's made the biggest impact because he eliminated Michael Cook. Diablo once again working that arm over. It's all Ricky Shane can do, certainly, to keep tears from rolling up in his eyes right now. That arm has carried a lot of stress in this match, and he's firing back. Ricky Shane hitting the ropes. Diablo misses with the clothesline. And we got a sunset flip. 2 count. This could have been it. We could have had us a one-on-one match. He's going for the backslide. And he gets it. Diablo's out. All right, this is where the rubber meets the road, ladies and gentlemen. It's now one-on-one. Johnny Blast versus Raw talent Ricky Shane. Can Ricky Shane pull it out for his team? Or will the veteran experience of Johnny Blast and just the absolute take no prisoners, win at all costs attitude of Johnny Blast be the deciding factor here? Blast using the full ring to his advantage, getting Ricky Shane up off the mat, sending his shoulder in, choking him out on the ropes. Hand full of hair and a taunt. As much as people hate to wrestle Johnny Blast, they hate to listen to him in the ring. It's all psychological. He's a psychological warrior. But there's where the physical comes in. He just rams his shoulder directly to the breadbasket. Taking all the wind out of Ricky Shane. He's going to send him off again. Into the corner. Sizing him up. Charging in again. Just cramming the body between the upper and the middle ropes.
Get him out of the ropes.
Ricochet's going to be lucky if he can sleep laying down tonight. Third time into the corner. Ricochet missed. Ricochet going for another sunset flip, and he gets it! Ricochet pulls it off! And that saw the Bandit taking on Dynamite Derek Billings. And Billings busted the Bandit wide open in an effort just to get the bull rope on him. That match was declared a no contest. Bull rope matches are not pretty, and they're not meant to be pretty. You've got a length of rope joining two men together in the ring, and at the center of that is a 4-pound cast iron bell. And yeah, there you go, David Lynch. There you go. Now, Big Willie may not have wanted to put that rope on, but it's Big Willie's playground that the War Machine has now stepped into. This may be Hinton, West Virginia, but he has just stepped into the Badlands of Texas with one of the baddest hombres out there, Big Willie Blackhart, and his tag team partner, the Bandit, right outside the ring. And you better believe if the Bandit can get involved, he's going to try to get involved. All right, both men sizing each other up, trying to get control of that big old bell. Because he who controls the bell controls the weapon. Collar and elbow tie up. Big Willie. War Machine firing off. Right hands. Sending Big Willie over to the corner. War Machine sizes him up. Meet another corner, Big Willie. Fist to that midsection, and you know what? Oh, and using the rope to choke him out. And he can do it. He can do it. Following that up with an elbow to the head. The War Machine is a big man. You don't see him looking up at very many people. But Big Willie, again, earns his name by his stature. War Machine being dwarfed by Big Willie as he's using the rope to choke him out. The spit and the sinus drainage just dripping out of Big Willie. Guys, this is professional wrestling. It is not meant to be pretty. It's not meant to be slicked up. It's not meant to be a soap opera. We're not blowing our promoter up in a limousine. We're not even putting M80s in his Dodge Dart. Guys, this is pro wrestling, and that was ugly. That's because pro wrestling can be ugly. War Machine in full control of this match so far. Straight from the lockup. He's going to send Big Willie off. And dropping him with the back elbow and a cover. Big Willie kicking out. Two strong bruisers here in our NWA Mountain State main event. The War Machine has had enough. He's trying to take the tag titles away from them with Derek Billings. Break of the eye now. Big Willie breaking it up. The War Machine actually moving into their playground. And the Bandit taking full advantage of the fact that David Lynch's back is turned. Choking down the War Machine. War Machine wearing green, possibly in honor of the missing link, the late great missing link, as he's getting choked out by Big Willie. The Bandit telling David Lynch that they can use the bull rope to choke. That's what it's there for. Excuse me. And now using the bell on the back of the War Machine. The crowd full on into this match behind the War Machine. Big Willie now choking him down. And there's nothing David Lynch can do. David Lynch is there to call a win. That's all he's there for. By pinfall or by submission, David Lynch's job is just to call the end of the match. War Machine now being choked out from the outside by the Bandit with a separate rope. These guys, they know no boundaries when it comes to just breaking every rule. They earned the tag team title. Some say by stretching the rules and working under the mask as the Texas Outlaws. They've kept it sometimes by stretching the rules. And Willie breaking up the War Machine with a rake to the eyes. Getting some paint under his fingernails. He's going to have to wash out if he washes those hands at all this weekend.
Come on, War Machine.
Willie, you can hear him. You can hear Big Willie telling the War Machine, if you wanted a bull rope match, you got one. You don't want it now. Using the rope to snap Mayor the War Machine over. Guys, remember, don't try this stuff at home. If this was not happening under contract, sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance, this would be assault. This would be aggravated assault if you want to consider it like that. But this is professional wrestling, and the War Machine getting his second wind. Coming up from under, Big Willie shooting those elbows in, and Willie with the yank of the hair on a short leash. War Machine's body hit the mat, but his head was still in the air. Guys, this is ugly. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and the War Machine decided it was a desperate time last week. He came in, broke down the beat up on Shawn O'Sullivan, broke up the beat down. Says, boys, I've had enough. I'll take you any way you want me. I'll take you in your own playground. Give me a bull rope match. War Machine firing back. He backs Big Willie into the corner. Sends him into the corner. Big Willie lands hard. And a low blow now.
That garbage that we see any other day. This is a bull rope match.
This is wrestling. Let's get our world champion, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce, in here. Let's get the real American heroes in here to defend their world titles. We've had Chance Prophet with the national title. Bless his soul with a broken ankle.
Speaking of injuries, with Chance Prophet, also, Brian Danielson was up for that title, but he has suffered an eye injury.
Eye injury.
You know, maybe him and Roger Ham can form a tag team.
Could
someday.
be. Both of them use their good eyes.
You never
But
know.
even still, Brian Danielson was a guest referee enforcer. The American Dragon.
He called it just like our man called David Lynch called it. Right down the center. Both men's shoulders were down, but he saw who had the advantage.
That's it. A bundled.
Congratulations to Scrap Iron Pearce. See Andrew Edward Powell.
Oh! War Machine clubbed him! And the Bandit's in the ring!
Hey,
and this one's over.
Ring a bell in a match. There should be no disqualification in this match. Oh.
You got the Bandit working over the War Machine. Laying out the referee.
Lays out the ref hard.
There's going to be some fines and repercussions after this one, JC Dykes.
Bandit just showed Mad Dog David Lynch. He may be mad, but he's more rampant.
Now, the Bandit, the fresh
That's
man,
what I call it. Good job, guys.
working over the War
Good
Machine.
job. Choke the pain out of it.
This is total carnage here.
And notice, War Machine ain't got no help.
The man has burned so many bridges, his only partner, Dynamite Derek Billings, off on another work. Stopped well below the Mason-Dixon line, courtesy of the Bandit. Big Willie getting his bearings.
What's going on here? Pushing him to the outside. They're laying the boots into him big time. This is a rare moment that you see the War Machine laid out.
I know you never see the War Machine laid out.
That man right there with that bull rope.
And now the Bandit's got the noose. He's signaling for the noose. In this very building, they hung Billy Lynn over a year ago.
Cinching him up tight. Hang him high. Make the green turn blue, boys.
This is horrible.
Look at that.
David Lynch again gets stumped.
Yeah.
Big Willie working him over.
What is this?
There's Lady
Oh,
Viper.
snake.
Lady Viper with the snake.
Whoa. Hey.
Lady Viper with the snake. These guys are terrified of snakes.
Whoa. Oh.
Lady Viper came out in Roncifer to save the War Machine and Derek Billings. Now she's here and hinting for the War Machine.
I think I forgot my underwear.
What is that smell? The Lady Viper helping the War Machine up to his feet.
That smell was fear. And that was the fear of the bunkhouse boys.
Eye to eye, toe to toe. The War Machine and Lady Viper.
Mad Dog David Lynch. Look at this. She's trying to make amends.
War
for everything.
Machine's not ready for this.
She's trying so hard. I mean,
A little bit more counseling necessary here.
granted, yes. I mean, the woman has burned him many times in the past, turned against him, clubbed him.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner via disqualification, the War Machine!
Great action.
Folks,
Here is what you get.
cough drop, thank you, sir. The hottest hour of action on television winds up right after this on NWA Mountain State.
I don't even know how you ever throw.
If I wasn't paid to commentate, I would be absolutely speechless after this hour. Snakes! Tag team elimination, Ricky Shane pulling out the four-man.
Willie run that fast. We saw that four corners elimination. You know, sad things, but.
And the War Machine taking on Big Willie Blackhart, losing by disqualification.
What about that one match? Jason Kincaid, Shawn O'Sullivan.
Great match, maybe match of the year.
Awesome.
And Lady Viper trying to mend long burnt bridges.
Don't even mention that. Snakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have for NWA Mountain State Wrestling action until next Sunday morning at 11.
With
You also. I mean, we've had our differences in the past, and we still
keep
do.
your job.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's not in any danger. Dean Bibb here, JC Dykes Jr. for NWA Mountain State Wrestling action. We'll see you next Sunday morning at 11 a.m. right here.